Kettlebell master par excellence, Brett Jones, has famously said, "Lock me in a room with a 16-kilogram kettlebell and I will get stronger." Similarly, Pavel Tsatsouline, in his landmark book, Enter the Kettlebell, talked about how some of the heaviest and strongest of all of his kettlebell instructors, men like Donnie Thompson, who is a powerlifter who's gone on to squat 1,300 pounds in competition and otherwise lift just absolutely insane amounts of weight, as Pavel points out, they find plenty of things to do with lighter kettlebells. And you can be forgiven for thinking this is just hyperbole or just a way to make it sound like the kettlebell is a lot more useful than it really is. But the reality is that if you know what you're doing, even with very light kettlebells, you can get a hell of a lot stronger. And I want to give you a perfect demonstration of this with bottoms up work. This particular tip comes from one of my latest courses, the Bottoms Up Kettlebell Crash Course. I'll put a little bit more information in the description if you're interested. A lot of people make the faux pas of thinking that bottoms-up training is limited to, let's say, military presses and the like, but you can do cleans, squats, lunges, snatches, all sorts of different things with bottoms-up training. And my secret weapon is bottoms-up original strength work. And so what you can see me doing here, for instance, is a cross crawl, which is a movement that is designed to get both sides of the brain communicating better, both sides of the body better coordinated. And what I find is when I do a little bit of this bottoms-up cross crawling before I do pull-ups, it's like hitting the warp speed or hyperspace button in like a sci-fi movie in a spaceship. All of a sudden, I get this like jolt of extra power from my nervous system that makes it much easier to do the pull-ups regardless of the weight, regardless of how many sets I've done, regardless of how fatigued I am. Now, obviously, there are limits to this, but one of the things that you're going to find is that this takes a lot of the brakes off of the things that are most commonly going to be holding you back in your training. It is worthwhile to try it out. I encourage you to give it a shot. And once you do, drop me a line, let me know how you like it. And until then, have fun and happy training.